Hey, good morning, everybody. There's Hap over there digging a plug. This area right here, I found quite a few wheat pennies. This particular park has been kind of slow for me in a way, but it's been a good park to just come back to. A lot of wheat pennies here. I think a silver dime out there, silver quarter way over there. Token way over on the other side, more wheat pennies. I'm chasing a signal that's giving me high 80s but bouncing into the 70s, so I don't expect this one to be well, could be anything, but of course I would hope it would be silver. But you can, this particular park has a lot of clad. So, and the problem is the clad is at that certain depth. Yeah, and this is what you'll get. So that's the unfortunate thing about this particular park, is there's a lot of competing deep clad. All right, on to the next. Well, I've got something in here. It's 84. You can see the elongated bar, really elongated down here with a little spot in the middle. It's really elongated and bending upward. Trying to get the camera so you can see the stupid glare. This way, much better. You see it way up here. Right there's some iron down here. Okay, but it's giving you a pretty good tone there. Pretty good tone. It's just when I turn, drops a little bit, starts to really curve up right here. But I think this for me, this is a great target. It sounds like it's got a little bit of depth. It's got that nice high tone. It doesn't drop too much, but it is dropping a little bit. So if I had to predict, I would say a wheat penny, but with a little bit of iron mixed in there somewhere. Your guess is as good as mine on what that could be. So, it's just one of those things when you have that, it's elongated, 2D targeting in it, and you see that little blip on the top. You can see the iron mixed in there. It is going to change the value of your target ID and, of course, quality of tone. So just cross your fingers and hope that you got a silver. When I first hit this coming in one direction, the direction that actually sounded the best, when I finally got over the target, I was getting a pretty solid 88, 91. And now it's down here. Oh, look at that. It's not. So, just a stinking Lincoln. But that's a stinking Lincoln at 7 inches. Where my probe is, where my coil is detecting. Right across there. Oops, sorry. Right across here. That's 6.5, 7 inches right to there. So, deep clad. That's the unfortunate thing about this particular park. This probe has been acting weird. I don't know if it just needs a new battery or what, but it's been just not doing well. You turn it on and it goes through like a long buzz, like a long vibrate, really long vibrate, and then sometimes it won't detect, and then I turn it off and back on again, and it's like it's ground balancing to some sort of metal that's just not there. So I just don't know if it's the battery that needs to go change. Really long vibrate when you turn it on. Does anybody know what that is? What happens with these guys? I have a battery. I have a battery ready for it. Feels like there's another piece of metal in there. Anyways, probably the iron. Anyways, I'll dig that out. Anyways, on to the next. Stinking Lincoln, dang it. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about today, is the grass hasn't been cut in a while. You can see all the dandelions up, and the grass is pretty tall. Which, if you're starting off in your new melee detecting, when the grass is high like this, you're guaranteed to lose. You're guaranteed to lose at least an inch, if not an inch and a half in depth. So I really don't like detecting in any type of tall grass, because it really makes a difference when you start to train your ear on hearing depth. All of a sudden, like I said, all of those modern clad coins they sound a little deeper because you're dealing with this grass. And I've never found anything in this field over here, but grass is a lot shorter, so I might meander over there just to take advantage of the shorter grass, because this is killer actually. I hate losing an inch and a half in depth detection. I don't know, Hap's back at his truck. I'm not sure if he's done, if he wants to go someplace else. Got my first weedy back in the section of the field, and he said he killed it with about 6 mercuries in that area, and I missed all those. When I came through with my E-trac before he had his equinox, I only found a token here and a silver quarter there, but I missed all the silver diamonds he said he found back in this area. Shame on me. But yeah, this is super iffy. And it's only down about 5 inches. All right, well, my second weedy, these are hard to hear. This was only down probably 5 inches. $1914. I'm a little surprised by that date. 1914. I don't recall getting too many 1914s. 1917s I seem to get a few of. But 1914, it's getting down there in the age. All right, well, Hap's out in the field there. And I'm going to keep going through here and see if I can pick up a silver that we missed. These wheats are hard to hear. And another iffy wheat. About 7 inches down, 7.5 inches. I don't know. I say this is a silver. Now I'm in 22 cents with discrimination on. Found this in 27 sensitivity. And here's with the all metal. You hear little grunts in there. Yeah. You hear more in the headphones. Anywho, I think this is going to be a silver. It's got that nice high tone in both directions, staying in the high 90s. Sounds like it's got a little depth to it. So we shall dig. Now, the other one that was like this was that penny that I had, except the area. This little area has produced older stuff. Like that 1914 was like right there, so I'm only about 30 feet away from that. And so, oh, look at that. So there's the indentation of the coin right there, which means that it's, no! Boy, I really was hoping that was going to be silver. But it's a wheat. It's a wheat penny. So if I had to dig a coin, I guess a wheat penny's better than a memorial, right? Yep, alright, well, sure thought I had silver there. Dang. It's another wheat, though. Well, I just dug that other weedy, like right there, 5 feet away. Another weedy. It's a greenie. It's really in good shape. What year do we have? I haven't looked yet. Oh, only a 41? That's not worthy of a greenie. And it's pitted too. Huh. All right, well, my wheat count today is what, 5? Where's my silver? So what is this? It almost looks like an old door lock. But big. I tell you, I'm hitting a lot of wheats. This is number 6. Again, 5 feet or so away from the last one. A greenie, 1928. Barely read the 8 in there, but I got my magnifying glass out to see that one today. All right, where's my silver? Wheat to silver count. Another 7.5 inch wheatie. I think it's dated 1920 something. I think I got silver. This was coming in really funky, but it was I think I've got myself a silver necklace. It was a really weird sound. It was kind of like a high-low tone. It was like a woo 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 every time I went over it. But I almost didn't dig it because it sort of sounded like a bottle cap. But anyways, I don't know where the end of this is. Oh, it's got that's what I was hearing, the higher tone on it. Sweet. This reminds me of the days in my videos way back in the first days. I dug a silver necklace out in like a St. Christopher pendant. That was way back when I first started. Pulling this out gently if I can. Well, I don't know if I can get this out without breaking too much of the chain. So the chain itself was down only about 4 inches, and it was in the plug. So everything was probably wadded up here about 4 inches down. Dang, it's over there more. Come on. The tree roots and stuff have probably wrapped around it a little bit. Come on. Jeez. It's over there. It's a really long necklace, that's for sure. Well, give me a moment and I'm gonna dig this out. Yay, I've got silver. That's a lot of silver there. Long necklace. St. Christopher. Sweet. Well, that kind of makes my day so far. So, I don't know if I should count that as a silver count and reset the wheat clock. I don't know. All right. On to the next. All right, same hole that had the, so the necklace was here, right here, and then right here. Something else in the hole. I wouldn't be surprised if it's iron or something. And I might have to set this down. Let me set this down for a second. So I can... Something else. piece of iron. Alright, so the Manticore did really good. There's a nail right there. So did pretty good getting that. So the nail was more over here actually, and silver was right there. So but it was a really funky tone, and there's actually more in there too. Jeez, more. Could have been part of the nail, I don't know. Well, anyways, I think it's just gonna be another nail, but I'll record if it comes out to be something else. But that's pretty good, right? Pretty good. And yet another wheat. This was giving me a 93 to a 61. I had this little piece of wiring in the same hole. Well, I'm back at the truck, and no exit silver, but I got an exit wheat. Another wheatie. Makes about 8 or 9 today. Yep, there's always wheats right through here. Always. Moving on, I'm gonna go try another park. All right, well, that's the end of this hunt. Not too bad considering. I mean, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wheats and one, that's a Canadian. 9 wheats, and then this guy. And my clad, not too much. I just found these are my first quarters of the day. I just found them on my way out. Other than that, pretty slow. Don't like digging all those pennies. And my garbage. A little bit more iron here than I usually have been getting. But I will say that most of this iron was mixed in with a lot of these coins. So I was digging coins with a piece of iron. So that's the wrap up of today's hunt.